Yes, I am live. I am. Are you ready?
No, gotta listen.
Oh, good God. I know you have to do your whole Hollywood intro.
Hey, tell him the joke.
Some joke?
Tell him the joke.
What joke?
Your favorite one.
I don't know any jokes.
Any joke.
I don't know any jokes.
Make up one.
No. Just do your thing, mister.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't have a clicker.
Now I have to get you a clicker?
I need a
Hollywood clicker? Oh, my
wait.
God.
Don't interrupt. No, I'm doing
Oh,
the
I'm
big
sorry.
intro.
Okay,
Now I gotta start over. We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You're gonna, like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
snap
welcome this. You interrupted me again. This is not gonna look professional if you keep doing that.
just keep going.
No, I'm getting you up.
Keep going. Come on, let's go.
Hang on a second.
Now what are you doing? Oh, goodness. How about you not have any ideas and just let's get started? Because we are live here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Studio 53, where we're coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. You're seeing her live, sitting in the seat. She's got a smile from heaven, a heart that just melts everybody out there, and she is just drop dead gorgeous. Is she hypnotized being married to the man she's married to? It's an obvious question. You know it. Say, yeah, baby, we go from here. Give it up for your host, the one and only Miss Yolanda Martinez. Yolencia. Use it. I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Use it. Give it up for you, baby girl. Go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, introduce me now.
No, you introduce yourself.
No, I don't do
You
that.
are the only person that I know that needs an intro, so introduce yourself. Just change your voice. Do
All right,
whatever
I'll
you
change
need to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your feet. Grab your seat. You're about to see a sneak preview of one of the hottest. Man.
Grab your. Why do they need to grab their seat?
Because it rhymed with feet.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Give it up for yours truly, the one and only. He's done more shows than he can even know. He knows the shows, and now it's time to show another show here on Facebook Live. Coming to you from Studio 53 in Las Vegas with his spouse, his wife, his 12-year relationship as of May 29th. Thank you for all those anniversary wishes. Thank you for communicating, working together. Give it up for yours. One and only Mr. Mark Music. Oh my God, that was Private Leach from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous introduced me. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Hey, we're from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Yeah, I cannot believe we're here live. This is Wednesday, Wicked Wednesday here. We do Throwback Thursdays on Wednesdays because in Australia, it's Thursday, so we want to make sure that we're on time for them. You are not going to wait for who we have today. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady flew in from Austria, the country of Austria, to be here. Phenomenal young lady.
Austria.
She is, what?
I'm from Austria. What are you talking about?
Well, we don't want to sound like you're from California, then it sounds too easy.
Why? She lives in California. What's the
She's a big
deal?
celebrity.
She's actually a big celebrity anywhere because we were in, where were we? She got.
Where weren't we? And where were we?
We were in on that marketer's cruise, and we were at a restaurant, and somebody recognized her.
Twice. I've done over 10,000 shows, been around the world, and I can't get recognized now one little time, no, because I'm with Lauren Powers, and she gets all the recognition. Oh! Anyway, this is me off. I'm telling you right now. I remember one time we were on the beach. Remember when I was on the beach and I picked her up?
Yes, I actually have pictures. I actually was just looking at the pictures.
That was so cool.
It's hilarious. I was going to use that picture as her promo picture for promoting the talk here.
We should have.
But
I got to tell you,
but I didn't inquire. I didn't ask her if that would be okay.
We've actually known of Lauren Powers for a long time. We did the Orange County Fair. We'd always see this Harley Davidson, purple Harley Davidson with eyelashes on it, and this girl driving down like, dang, who is that? everybody knew her. They knew of her. She's a celebrity, not just in her hometown, but worldwide, really. She really is. And right now, what we're going to do is bring her on. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you can let Yolanda, you want to do an intro? You're really good at this.
No, go ahead. You're doing fine. You are.
But you wrote all this stuff on this.
This is what we're going to talk about. This is not her intro. This is what we're going to talk about.
We don't have an intro for her?
Yeah, you do. You're gonna make it up right now.
I'll make it up. I'll make the damn thing up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to believe this woman. She has toured to 17 different countries. She is open for Britney Spears, NSYNC. She's on tour right now.
She's not that type of celebrity. She's not singing. She's not singing.
Okay, scratch the Britney Spears thing. Ladies and gentlemen, she has been in the WWE. She is one of the gorgeous ladies of Wrestling Glow. She is here. She's going to show you some wrestling moves that are going to blow your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, who does she wrestle from?
She's also been on some music videos.
She's been married to Hulk Hogan.
She's not married to Hulk Hogan. No, she's not. Stop making up stuff. Okay. No, she's been on some music videos. She's been on video for J-Lo. She's been with
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Bieber. Lady Gaga.
No, and
she's going to talk about more of that. I just said J-Lo. You're not paying attention.
I didn't say it.
Anyway, let's bring her on because you're just making up stuff now.
No, we only have like 5 minutes with her because she's not like she never does interviews. This is like very, very rare for her. Probably has an interview right after this one.
Oh my God.
She's very busy. She's very busy. Yeah, we got very lucky to get her.
Well, we've known her, but the cool thing is we got to know her.
We got to hang out with her.
We've known her. We've been to a few events.
She's going to talk about her book. She's going to talk about her awesome book.
And
Beneath the Muscle.
I really hope she goes into the story about why she became the bodybuilder. Because
let's just not get her emotional today. Let's just keep it happy, because if not, we're going to have to grab some tissue.
Hang on. I'm bringing up a point. When people tell you you can't do something, this is a woman that's going to show you, empower you. Maybe her last name is Powers for a reason. Show you and empower you how nobody's other limitations can hold you back from your dreams. And don't you let somebody else ever tell you what you can't do. You let your imagination become your destination. And with that, I want to bring on our dear friend, our good friend, our best friend in the whole world. Never been to her house. She hasn't invited her to her house. We're not quite that close. Give it up for Lauren Bowers, man. The woman. She gets crazy every time we do this.
We are at her house today.
That's right. Welcome to my house. You guys are insane, and this is why I love you. That I have been on a lot of shows, and I've never had quite that introduction ever.
Is that a first?
Leave it to Mark.
I like the song. That was very creative, Mark. You
like that? Yeah.
Kill me. It reminds me of the marketing cruise. We laughed the entire time. Everywhere we went, he caused such ruckus.
Oh, that's Mark.
We did. You're my partner.
I know. I picked you up. You picked me up. I mean,
like Bonnie and Clyde, Starsky and Hutch, Batman
and Andrea too. We hung out with Andrea. God,
are you kidding? I've never been so entertained in my life.
That's what we really got tonight. You talked about really. I'm so glad we got to be on that cruise just to hang out with you. You know,
that was the best.
And I even forgot you came to some of my shows, and like, Lauren was at our show. She goes, "Dude, she's in the front row. You introduced her." I said, "I did."
I know. Yeah, it's like
you were in the zone, baby. You were in the zone. I was sitting. I think it was next to your aunt or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're in that zone as a performer, you know when you're in that zone, you could have your husband in the front row, like, "Honey, how come you weren't there?" Baby, I was there.
That's why you made your wife. That's why your wife has to be on stage with you, so she knows she's there. You'd be looking for her. I know you. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Do you do this all the time? Just go back and forth.
She does every time she does a big intro. Yeah.
I do the big intro.
Robin Leach introduced me. Last week we had a few others. Will Smith. On Tuesday we do have some other celebrities coming.
He always makes up stuff.
Why do you say that? Then we have, we got a lot of. We have 4 followers.
He is the only person that does a show with another person, me, and he needs an intro. Every time.
As he should, Yolanda, as he should.
Lauren, we have almost 5 viewers. We're up to 5 viewers. We are building momentum.
Oh,
Viral, baby, viral.
we're going to go viral. That's right.
I think if there was a thing called opposite of viral, we hit it.
You're so funny. I love you.
Yes, thanks for logging in and tuning in, all those. One time we did questions with Mark and Yolanda. Nobody was there, so I would just
answer your own questions.
Yeah,
that's actually, we had a few people on that kept asking us questions, and then you kept making up questions just to get it to keep it going.
Yeah, but now we have celebrities.
It was fun.
We suck them in with celebrity. We name drop. Hey, we got Lauren Powers here. Who else got Lauren? But you ain't got her. You ain't got her. We got her. We got her.
I want what you have. Just a regular cup of coffee. It's all watered down. I want what you guys are drinking.
Hey, you even have a WWF.
Totally out of control. I love it.
Oh my gosh,
that's great energy.
No, we started this because we just wanted to keep it, with everything that was going on. We just wanted to keep it light and fun and just make people laugh and just talk about nothing.
So you asked us to interview. So what would you like to ask us? Oh, we're interviewing her. Oh, we thought we were guests on her show.
Oh my God. I'm like speechless for the first time ever.
Hey, is that a Wonder Woman cup you have, Lauren?
Yes,
what's that?
It's a Wonder Woman cup?
Of course it is. You like that?
We just had somebody from Indonesia say, I love your Wonder Woman cup. Yeah, all the way from Indonesia. We have listeners all over. Here comes one from Iceland right now. And saying, who's the gorgeous blonde?
He's making up stuff.
That's amazing. Yeah.
He's just making up stuff.
Sounds good.
Well, I'm going to let him make it up. If it makes him feel good, I don't care.
Yeah. Young lady by the name of Patty said, hey, everyone. What's wrong? Well, hello.
She said, hello, everyone. Not hey. Hello.
Started with, no, there was an H-E in there,
Yeah, she said, hello, everyone.
I got it close.
So, no, but we just wanted to keep it light and fun. And so now we just started bringing in people that we've worked with, we have fun with, and
big bugs.
We had a blast with you on the marketers cruise with you and Andrea. Oh my God, I've never laughed so much in my life.
So well, our regular guest did cancel, so thank you for at least filling in for us.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get a chokehold now, Mark. You said I was going to wrestle. I'm going to wrestle you.
No way, girl.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that. I'm
right?
like that when that happens.
You remember
we are doing it. We are so doing it. Just for
yeah, we are.
We have to.
I was talking with Jim Britt the other day, and he was talking about, you got to meet this woman named Lauren Powers. He had no idea I knew you. Because you got to meet this woman, Lauren Powers. She is dynamic. I go, oh, tell me about her. he had no clue, Lauren, that we knew you. No clue.
Oh, that's funny. He's a guest on this huge show.
This woman, she drives a Harley. It's purple. She's in Orange County. People know her. She's this bodybuilder. She's amazing. I said, tell me more about her. And then I go, just so you know, Jim, I was at the same event with you, with her. Oh, that's right. Do you remember the women's event?
Yes.
Yeah, that was in LA.
I said, he's so old. Jim Britt is so old. This is how old Jim Britt is. He's so old that I was talking to Brad, a friend of mine. This guy, he became a friend. He cleans up people's credit. I mean, he gets everything you want off your credit. It don't matter if it's bankruptcy, foreclosure, student loans, IRS liens, anything late, gets it all off, cleans it up. He's got one of the most powerful businesses, and he does it in just several months, And I was talking to Jim, and the contact came from Jim Britt. And I told Jim, I said, dude, you got to get me that number. You're so old, you could die, and I miss out on that number. You need to get that to me right away.
So bad.
No, hey, you know what? He's the only man I knew that actually was friends with Moses.
How do you think of this stuff? God, you kill me.
Oh my God, he's a nut. So
at least you're entertained full time, Yolanda.
Oh yeah, full time, that's for sure.
During the COVID lockdown, you were highly entertained. I didn't worry about you laughing. That's fantastic.
Oh my God.
So you've been busy, girl. What's been going on? You're looking great as usual. I've never seen you not look fantastic. It just you're amazing. The energy you have is great. I loved our podcast. I love the story of how you became who you are and how many people. It's not just women you influence. It's so many men. It's so many people. Even when we were out on the marketers cruise, it was men that came up to you and just like, can I get a picture? I'm like, oh, they probably want a picture of me. Lauren, can you take our picture? They must have mistaken us. We look a lot alike, you know.
Remember I painted my nails to be on podcast? That was fantastic. You're like, Lauren, it's not. Yeah, in my cabin, I was painting. He's like, get over here and talk to me. And I'm like, wait, I got to paint my nails. And he's like, they can't see you. And I'm like, I don't care.
I'm like, she did her nails for an audio presentation.
Hey,
fantastic.
It's all about how you feel. It's all about how you feel.
That's right, Yolanda. You tell him. That's correct. I was empowered by my manicure.
That's right.
Well, it was a pretty one.
That was awesome. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff. Actually, I've got quite a few interviews going on. I'm launching my online show. The PowerHourTV.com launches on Monday, so June 22nd. I'm real excited about it. I got to interview some of the top female professionals like in the world. Literally, I'm not even making shit up like you do, Mark.
I have to make it up. You don't have to. You actually have the credentials.
That's right. It's the real deal. So yeah, I'm real excited because they were so generous, and I was going to tell Yolanda, like the common thread that after interviewing all these top women of how they became successful and how they stay successful is they use the word choose. And I just thought that was so something to share, because that was my biggest takeaway. Every single one of them, like they choose wealth, they choose health, they choose happiness, they choose success. And every single one of them said it. And I interviewed 28 of these women that are huge speakers, coaches, international authors, and world-renowned, individuals. And it was just really exciting. So I'm very thrilled to launch this. Yolanda, you got to tune in. Mark, I don't know about you, buddy.
I'm not ready. Can I be a guest? Can I be asked?
You can. I'm teasing you. But our friends, Mamie will be on there. Dr. Harbeen from India, she agreed to be on the podcast. And you know that she was one of the top 100 most influential women in the world next to Oprah. Did you know that? Yeah. We got to go to India next year and be with her.
Yeah.
We were actually scheduled to go to India to speak there this year. And with the virus, we didn't want to do it. We were off in the Philippines, Philippines and India and Dubai, and we said, let's just hold off. Let's just be safe, So they want us to do now. They want us to do a webinar for over there, which means I got to get up at 4 a.m, and I don't, then I got bedhead and then I have morning breath, and India's like,
nobody cares.
They don't care.
Morning breath on virtual. You're so funny. It's like, well, I get it. It's the nail polish. Same thing.
So it's Powerhouse. What is it called?
No, it's called Power Hour TV. PowerHourTV.com with your host Lauren Powers, and we got Dr. Harbeen. We have Mamie, our girl Mamie's on there. We have our comedian and Andrea. She's on there.
Oh Lord, help us! Is she on it?
She's on it. And it was great because what happens is we just dove deep, and these women got to say things that they never really say in their other interviews, kind of like this. It was just candid, it was raw, it was authentic. I mean, I cried with a lot of these people. Like, it was amazing. Like, just so you're getting behind the scenes of these top rated women in the world and really diving into their lifestyle and how they do it. So it's going to be real exciting. It's been a big project for me. It's kept me out of trouble during this whole COVID because it was a lot of time and energy went into it, and getting all the speakers and getting everybody wound up and actually doing the interviews because they're an hour long. So we're launching one a day starting June 22nd throughout. So I'll open up the show, and then we'll have a post ceremony at the end. But real exciting stuff about that.
That's so cool. Well, you definitely have more connections than anybody I know. I mean, you're kind of like a connector of Hollywood,
That's right.
And you don't talk about it. And then you're like, what? You were on Justin Bieber's thing? Oh yeah, you want just throw it out like everybody. Like, yeah, I did that last week myself. Hey, yeah, well, yeah, J-Lo, yeah, I was hanging with her. Yeah, Lady Gaga, yeah, I did this. I'm thinking, okay, I listen to Lady Gaga, and I've heard, Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber.
But the other Justin. Yeah,
And
I've had a pretty good run. And I think that I test that just to being really authentic, and I get casted in these things, and there's a million bikini chicks in LA especially. And here I am at my age in a bikini I did 2 Chainz as well. 2 Chainz with, it's not even my job. Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. It was a 1 a.m. call time in LA, and I'm showing up and do all the hair and makeup and all this stuff, and you film all night long, and then you come out and it's like sunny out. It was really bizarre. But yeah, did 3 music videos in a bikini at the age of 58. And that's like,
you're 58.
That's right. But my body, I just had it tested yesterday, is I'm a 40-year-old. So now I'm going to just tell everybody I'm 40.
That's pretty good. I'm 56, and I had my body tested about a week ago, and I'm 82.
And you're saying you're 86. That's the difference. Well, that's part of my programs, and that's my whole thing is, I'm an inspirational, transformational health expert, and I've got 30 years experience of this lifestyle that has led me to be 40 at 58. You know what I mean? And it starts with a mindset, and we can go into all that, but I've developed a whole program around it on how to feel and look great from the inside out and be the best version of yourself. So it doesn't matter where you are now, it's kind of where you want to be. And then I've got this whole proven formula that takes you step by step to fill in that gap. I'm really proud of that because I'm kicking ass.
Supposed to get swabbed by you.
You're supposed to get what? Get what?
Swabbed.
Yes. I swabbed a gal yesterday. The DNA, that's the only supplement you guys have been taking. And that's why I just did all my blood work. And it came back as a 40-year-old, honestly, with all my hormones, like everything's in check. And we compared my blood work from before till now, and all my numbers improved. And the only thing I can attest it to is my DNA vitamin that I'm taking. Seriously. So it's been.
Is it your vitamin that you're taking that you've created? You market under the Power name, Lauren Powers name?
It's on my website, laurenpowers.com. You can just go. It's on the front page, Euphoria Science, and all the information's there, the videos and how to do it. And you don't even have to meet me in person. It can be mailed to your house, and you swab yourself, send it to the lab. They make the vitamin based on your 35-page report of your results. And it basically tells you if you've got the gene from both your parents, one of your parents, or you don't carry it at all. So I only had the gene for both my parents in D3 and B12, which was interesting. I thought I was fine in that area. So now I take my supplement and it has that packed in it to the microdose. So it's pretty, I call it my VIP red carpet of supplements. It's the only thing I take. My numbers improved. I've never felt better. So, take it for what it's worth. I endorse it heavily, and that's all I do. So it makes it really easy because when we're traveling, we just take one thing instead of like 50.
Yeah.
I had it on the cruise. That was the only thing sitting on our little counter there. It was just that one thing. Took it twice a day. Yeah. So it's all good. It's very exciting.
So I love the fact of how you got into bodybuilding. There was a story before that, wasn't there?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I was a firefighter.
I was going to start singing, "Call her the fireman, that's her name." Well, now I almost burnt the damn house.
Yeah, what do you have? I want some.
I'm out there barbecuing for our workers, and there's flames coming out of the barbecue, and I'm running in the kitchen.
Flames? There was not flames. It was the whole barbecue
was on fire.
Was in that. Yeah, it was a whole engulfed in flames. And I'm looking out the window going, holy crap, that thing's going to blow up.
I'm running out there throwing buckets of water on our hamburgers.
Oh, my God. I was like, insane.
That's well done, but not like that.
Hey, we got the fire out. Hey, where's the house when we got a new patio?
We were actually feeding.
You got a new patio.
Yeah, we were feeding the workers that were here doing our concrete, so we made them lunch. But, yeah, this one's like setting the whole house on fire. I'm like, great, I'm gonna have to call 911. Yeah, they're all on fire. He's barbecuing in the backyard.
We're supposed to be able to burn the telephone down. They could have called 911. It would have been terrible.
You guys kill me. You absolutely.
Well, tell us about the fireman thing. I love this story. I did not know that about you, and I
it's
think
in the book. Lana knows. She read the book.
After I'm talking about before we met, before the cruise, when you gave us this book and you signed it and dated it. January 29th. Okay, that's when we learned about that.
Well, there you go. You see, Well, I worked for my hometown and I went to the academy and I was a reserve firefighter. And then when I went to go for a full-time position, I got discriminated against, gender discrimination, myself and 2 other gals, and it was a pretty big deal. It was horrendous, actually. I'm not going to lie about it. It was very devastating at the time. I had to sit through 35 depositions over a year and a half, hear about these guys that don't want to work with women and that the women belong in the kitchen having babies and cooking for their man. Like, it was insane. And this is the year, 1999, 2000, this stuff was going on. So it was a big deal. A year and a half later, I was out. I worked for 2 fire departments, so I had to resign from both of them, pull out of it because there was a lawsuit. Yeah, it was pretty devastating at the time. But what happened is from that, it really just launched me into my fitness career because I was all built from being a firefighter and passing the agility test and all the stuff I had to go through because it's not easy, I will say. I had to kick ass. And I was at the Olympia in Las Vegas. Hello, where you guys are, at the Mandalay Bay. And my best friends at the time felt so compelled to have me there. They're like, your life is going to change. I've got to get you there. The gal was like a psychic chick that was my friend. She's like, I know. They drove me there. I went to the Olympia, was in the crowd, literally got pulled out of the crowd, out of, thousands of people at the Mandalay Bay, right? Come up here. We need one more contestant for this barbell curl contest. How many preacher curls you can to bench in 1 minute with a 55-pound curly weight. And we'd been up all night because we drove there and we partied all night. And so they pulled me up on stage out of the crowd. Well, I end up doing the most. I end up winning out of 26 chicks. I got first place. And the girl that I beat, this is so funny, I love it. She was so mad. She was like, she's a plant. She's big. She didn't even enter the contest. Who is she? Because I was in my red, white, blue bikini. And I just killed it, right? And I'm like, here, you can have my t-shirt. Like, I didn't care, lady. Here you go. She was crying about it. I don't give a F, And so, but come to find out, the reason why she was so mad is because it was 2 VIP tickets to the Arnold Classic, which is Arnold Schwarzenegger, airfare, hotel, and full-on tickets to be with him and dine with him. This whole thing was the prize. Yeah, that's why she was so mad. So I won that, and it literally launched my fitness career that day in Vegas. Then I was recruited just walking around by a talent scout, asked me a couple questions, put me on his phone with his producer, my shy personality. From there, they threw me on a plane, threw me to Chicago, put me on national TV, and ended up being on this talk show. It was crazy back in the day. It was Jenny Jones. Do you remember her?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
I love Jenny Jones. Yeah, she was so bad. She loved me. I was like one of those crazy people that come out and yell at the panel. And then David Fly, I went in there like 7 or 10 times, like a lot. I was flying to Chicago. She had called me the day before. Lauren, can you be on a plane today? We want you on set tomorrow in Chicago. And I live in Orange County. I'm like, sure. I flew there. I would be in hair and makeup, and she'd be out. The show would be live running, and the doors would open. I would show up, but I wouldn't even know what was the topic. I'm like, Jenny, what do we have here? And she would tell me, set me up, and I would just start doing my thing with these people. It was so much, kind of like you, Mark, just like ad-libbing, going nuts on these people. It was awesome. It was a good gig until she got canceled. I was so bummed. But I literally, from being at that show in Vegas, launched my whole career. I came back and I was like a celebrity bodybuilder overnight. It was crazy. Started going on all these TV shows, and then just got my SAG card, and everything that got anything to do with fitness, I got booked. I was in Hollywood all the time. I've been on many, many talk shows, films, commercials. The music videos are, those are always a fun thing. And just being real, doing the work. But, it's not always glamorous. I mean, I did a lot of crazy stuff that people don't want to do to get these jobs. Like you have to actually drive to Hollywood, audition, go for the callback, go for the fittings, and it's an all-day gig. I don't see you guys. Hello? Where'd you go? Anyway, fun stuff. I don't see you though. Am I just talking all by myself? What's new? So everyone can see and hear you. Okay, well, so that's the thing. So the firefighting thing, that was devastating. However, there you are.
Just so you know, it cut out and we didn't hear any of it other than
I just gave you my best stuff.
I know. It cut out and dropped it. And
we both got reconnected.
So you won the award to go, and you were talking
I did the VIP thing. Yeah. So I guess the message is, and this is part of my empowerment, my passion, my purpose to empower the women is because that whole door closed with the firefighting. And it really, I talk about this a lot because that could have taken me down. I could have been depressed, upset, lost my career, all my motivation could have just went down the toilet. However, I used that to inspire me and just rechanneled my energy, took a whole nother path, and then became, like this fitness icon because I didn't give up. So like Mamie talks about, it's like when one door closes, I said, for me, the world opened up. Literally, I was like an international superstar like that. And it was just been a really fun ride. But, I stay humble and just true to myself and just be authentic and willing to do the work. That's the thing.
I don't know if you talked about the awards you won or anything like that because it cut out. So you got into bodybuilding. You got to meet Arnold. Did you win Would you win with Arnold?
I just had a VIP with Arnold. I didn't have to compete. I just got to hang out and go to all the competitions. And I met Arnold.
Yeah. Was he nice? Is he a nice guy?
Yeah, actually, I worked with him since. And actually, another story is I took up ballroom dancing a little while back. I quit bodybuilding and did yoga and ballroom dancing. A lot of people don't know this kind of stuff.
Yoga and ballroom dancing? Oh, that's a
ballroom dancing. Yes, because I wanted to be on Dancing with the Stars. That was like my goal, and I got close a couple of times.
Oh, man.
Yeah, however, I actually competed in Las Vegas. I did they call it the holiday over Christmas time. I did international standard, which is waltz, quick step, foxtrot. Yeah, I did all those dances, full gown, the whole gig. And then I did Latin, the cha-cha and rumba. Yeah, all of it. And so that was fun. But I got to dance for Arnold at the Arnold Classic when he was governor in the big ballroom there. They would bring you in. It was a huge thing because the dogs were there for security and all his Secret Service were there. It was amazing. So he's and I got to pick to do this huge performance. So I did a cha-cha. I learned the routine in one day with a professional dancer, and his wife taught me the parts. I danced with him. We did some lifts and all kinds of stuff. We did a whole performance for Arnold personally. And after I was done, he gave me kisses, and it was CNN filmed it. It was a big deal. It was really fun stuff. So yeah, I met Arnold. Then I just ran into him at the Strongman in Santa Monica Pier. Was it last year? The big competition, the big boys lifting all these weights. Yeah, it's insane. So he was there. Mario Lopez was there. It was like a really big deal. And I ended up being back in VIP, and I was there. And then I'm like, Arnold, how you remember? And he's like, how could I ever forget? It was just really fun.
That's your Arnold impression.
Yeah, well, I'm not like you, Mark. I will be back. But
I'll be back.
He said, how could I ever forget? Because it was.
You are pretty hard to forget, young lady. I said you are pretty hard to forget. So
there you go. That's right, because I dare to be different. That's a whole nother thing I talk about. Dare to be different, and my whole slogan is "Why fit in when you can stand out?" Right.
That's right.
You got some music videos, huh? A couple of music videos with Lady Gaga. Who are some of the music videos?
The Lady Gaga one was Telephone, and that was with her and Beyonce, and that was a pretty big gig. That was a 10-minute video.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty iconic. I got to spend the entire day with her. She was holding on my arm the whole day. Her manager kept trying to get me to go back to the green room, and she's with me. I met her grandma. I met her sister. She brought the dog because they had just flown from New York because she was appearing. I didn't know. I'm like, oh, you guys are here for the music video, and she's like, well, yeah, but for the Grammys tomorrow. And then I turn on the TV and Lady Gaga opens up with Elton John that time. It was amazing. Wow. Yeah.
Did you go to the Grammys with her?
No.
I should have.
No,
you could have.
It was pretty epic, pretty neat experience. The J-Lo thing too, that was exciting. I didn't know I was going to work with her but I talk about manifestation and how powerful it really works. I was watching World of Dance with my friends at the house. I come down and I'm like, oh, I want to work with her. J-Lo, she's the executive producer and the lead judge on the show. I'm like, I just love her, everything about her. I just love her. I worked with all these people. I never got to work with her. And I swear to you guys, my cell phone goes off. There's a text message that says, now Siri's talking. it goes off and says, "Are you available for a music video this Saturday and Sunday?" And I just wrote back, and there was no casting, nothing. I was like, sure. I had no idea. And this went on for the whole week. I never said who it was. And so I just had blind faith, because normally you have to audition, like I talked about. You have to get right. You have to go through that. You have to go to the callback. You have to go to a fitting. Like, it's a big deal to get cast on anything. You know, Yolanda, it's a nightmare. Yeah. So it's just a text message with no name. It was a 323 number, which is LA. Right. And so it went on the whole time. I literally never knew who it was going to be until the morning I show up. It was a Saturday morning. I roll up there, an hour drive, pull into the studio parking lot. The big security guy comes out. And he's like, "Good morning, ma'am. Are you here for the Jennifer Lopez music video?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "We're waiting for you on set one. Like, go park anywhere." And I walked on. It was this huge thing. Oh my God. It was like a $2 million video. It was massive.
Was she as nice as Lady Gaga?
Well, I got really close with Lady Gaga. Actually, we bonded on the set. It was really exciting. They put a fake tattoo on my arm, and I'm like, grab her. I'm like, look at it. She didn't look at it, and I'm like yelling at her. I really didn't know who she was. She had done Poker Face, but that was all I knew of her. Yeah. Really, she was pretty new at that. So I'm like, I just treated her normal. I'm like, look at it. You know, it's like, there's a lady on it. And I guess because that's why she liked me, because I didn't treat her like she was some big superstar. I can care less, right? I'm like, they're paying me to be there. The best food was on Lady Gaga's set, though. I would tell you, it was the best food ever. I've been on a lot of sets, and that was that and a Harley Davidson commercial. Best food ever. J-Lo was okay, but she was in her trailer, white Rolls Royce, and her big trailer, and she was in hair and makeup for hours. And then the director, who I thought was just hair and makeup, because she was so chill. She was this young girl. She's sitting in the chair next to me. We're talking. I let her borrow my nail polish, and we're just chit-chatting. She's like, "Is this you in this video?" And I'm like, "I don't think so, but I've done a lot like that." She goes, "Well, she called wardrobe in. She goes, "Will you wear this?" And she holds up this string, literally a string for a bikini. And she goes, "Will you wear this today?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I just ate pizza and ice cream last night. I had no idea I was going to be on set with it." I'm like, "I don't want to wear that." And she's like, please wear this. And I'm like, "Okay, if you make me wear that, I want to meet J-Lo." And she's like, "Not going to happen. She doesn't talk to anybody." And I'm like I said, if you want me to wear that, I'm going to meet her, at least get a picture with her. And she's like, "Oh my God, let me see what I can do." She goes, "Hang out for the day and I'll try and work it out, but like no promises." And for whatever reason, I swear my body just snapped in. You got to watch the video. My body was like banging in it for not training or eating right. Nothing. They put me in high heels on this big mirrored pedestal. I could barely walk up, and she was making me dance, do all this stuff on there. Then they put it on in this plexiglass weight thing that was super light. She's like, "Act like it's heavy." And I'm trying to do this barbell curls. And that's what showed the big clear thing. They had 2 things made for me. It was really, really cool. But then I was wrapped and I didn't get to meet her. So, and then she's like, yeah, because they did the firefighter, the contortionist, and me on this one set. And there was like 20 executives on the computer. It was a big, big deal. And anyways, so they're like, "Oh, you're done." And so the PA is like, "Okay, you can go get dressed." I'm like, "No, Jonah said I can stay." And then he goes, "Well, why don't we get you out of that and get your street clothes?" And he goes, "I don't give a fuck what you do." That's what his word. Because it's a closed set, though. It's all security and everything. And so all the models were getting ready in this room, and I went back to change. I'm like, "Oh my God, these beautiful gowns and couture, like amazing, all white." Whole wardrobe was lined with amazing outfits. And I'm like, "Oh, the carousel shoot." I'm like, "I want to be on that." So I ran and asked the director, I'm like, please, I want to be in that shoot. I wasn't casted in it. She's like looking at me and she's like, "All right, go see Raphael in wardrobe." And I'm like, sweet. Because I knew J-Lo was going to be in that scene, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes. And I hadn't seen her yet. She was in her trailer the whole time, the whole morning we were doing. Yeah. So Raphael's like, "Oh, good. I wanted to work with you more and wanted to dress you." And he had me trying on all these things, like amazing gowns and stuff. They ended up putting me in this big crazy jacket with this big ruffle thing and this weight belt and this white bodysuit and this thigh-high silver glitter boots. It was badass. And so I was sitting on the carousel. They put me in there like a pimp daddy with all these bitches going around and around. One of the girls was like getting sick because we had to keep doing it like half the day around. But J-Lo was right there and I was right next to her. And I'm like, "God, I love your boots." And I'm like, "Are they killing you?" And like, I'm totally, you're not even supposed to look at her, right? And I'm chit-chatting with her. I didn't care. Yeah. And so when I went in for the picture, the director was trying to stop me because her manager was coming. And she's like, oh, I said maybe she can get a picture, but if it's inappropriate. So she's like trying to backpedal. I'm like, oh no, this is not happening. I went right in. I caught eyes with J-Lo, went right into her, jumped on the carousel. I'm like, one quick picture with you. I said, I said, it's your turn. I have my pictures with Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Iggy Azalea, Jennifer Hudson, Nick Jonas. Now it's your turn. And she's looking at me like, so awesome. I like you, Mark. I flipped the whole thing on her. And so she's like looking at me. She had like no choice. And I'm like, smile. And I pointed at the guy, dude, I already gave my cell phone, right? I was so fast. I gotta be quick.
Oh yeah, you have to be quick.
You have to be quick, right? And I just went in.
Don't let him think.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I was not mad. And she was so cool. She's like, okay. She's like, just do me a favor, don't post until the music video is released. I'm like, it's not my first rodeo, babe. And I said, it's actually for my book. And she's like, oh, awesome. And so she was super cool. And so that was the thing. And I came back to wardrobe makeup and showing everybody in hair and makeup, look what I got. This is on my phone, right? And they're like, no way. I couldn't even believe it. So it was really fun. It was an epic moment. I'll never forget it. Then awesome. Then I went to her concert, her 50th Let's Party. It was so badass. And she opened up with a song that I was in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
Medicine.
Did you get a chance to really hang out with her at all after that or no?
Well, she went back into hair and makeup. She did a lot of different changes. And, I saw her. I wanted to go talk to her, but then I'm like, I don't want to be,
one of those guys. Yeah. One of those
so, I just waved at her. And her, like I said, her everything was white. The entire set was white. All the wardrobe was in white. They painted the carousel and all the horses in white. My set was white. This fortune telling thing was white. The boys were all in white with ruffles and corsets. And it was amazing. It was look at the video. It's called Medicine. It's her latest one. And it was like epic. And she called A-Rod, whatever. She's like, yeah, because I was standing right next to her. And she's like, yeah, full house today. And she shows them. And, everything's going great. And I'm just watching her talk. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I was the only one that talked to her, though. Nobody else would get near her except her manager. But it was cool. That was a badass experience. Lady Gaga was really cool too. Like I said, I was in the room with her, going back to the monitor, looking at the tape, coming back. Like it was so cool. Like I was part of the crew or something. It's because it's the attitude. Like I acted like I belonged there with these people. I think we cut out again. In case we're not, there you are. We cut out again.
Yeah, the internet keeps going.
Just on the important parts.
So
it can't. Yeah.
Just the important part. No big deal. I don't know what's going on.
My best behind juiciest spot when the screen went blank.
So you won a few competitions, I heard.
Yeah, a few. Just a few, like 10. Just a few.
But they're not little competitions, Missy. So elaborate on that.
Well, no, it was fun. But every time I did went to compete, it was for a reason. Like I represented USA one time because the team from Japan came to film. So I represented our country. It was pretty epic. I actually had one of my breast surgeries, and I wasn't able to do like my normal routine. But the promoters like, Lauren, you're it. They picked you. You have to represent USA. Get your ass here. Don't worry about your push-ups. Just get on stage and jump around like you always do. And then, it was really cool. There was like 13 Japanese guys waiting for me when I showed up there, rolled up on, it was at Muscle Beach down in Venice on the beach there, that epic so it was Miss Muscle Beach. Yeah, it was really cool. They filmed me like walking around, all the reactions in my USA bikini. And it was a pretty big deal. Another time I was doing a reality show. So they filmed that being on stage and performing. Another time I rode my Harley out on stage, literally, when I was able to do that before they changed the set. That was badass. Performed on it as Wonder Woman, literally as the Wonder Woman. The music of Mark, you would have loved it. I jumped off I was standing up on it, jumped off and did the twirls down the stage, ripped off my wig, ripped off the belt, danced around. That would be awesome to see. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, I like the performance part of it. But so I've won a few shows doing that. But that was for a reason, not for a trophy. And then I own the show. I ended up promoting my own show, the Lauren Powers Classic, because I didn't like the politics of the sport. It got really, really political, kind of like ice skating or whatever. Just it's the same kind of thing when you've got judges judging you. And I just didn't like the way that sport was going. So I started my own and gave athletes a safe stage to be judged by their physique, not on who they're sleeping with, who they're paying, who their coach is. I mean, this shit, that's real. And I don't care. People, the athletes know it, but I say it, but they're all sucking to it. And I just,
in more ways than one, not just in that. So many different. I mean, because we're in the business of entertaining, speaking.
Yeah.
People have no clue.
It's real. It's real. And so I didn't approve of it. And, I know all those people and they all know me and whatever. And they thought I was going to be one show wonder. And I ended up doing it for 6 years. I did 4 shows average a year up to 6. And it was a lot of work. I gave away tons of prizes and gifts and judged fairly and amazing trophies and just really stood up for the sport. But it just, I don't know, it was so hard competing against such a monstrous organization. And I was the little guy. I was one little girl by myself doing this huge movement. And it was crazy. So when I kind of shifted my energy to women's empowerment and so still promoting live events and getting these women to speak on stage and actually shared messages and stories that empower other people. And I just thought I really liked that. So I continued with that. I did that last year. I have 4 shows booked this year, but we've got a little cancellations here with our virus going on.
I'm kidding.
Just a tiny bit, right?
Little, the whole world in a frenzy over it.
We knocked 2 trees down. We poured concrete, and I almost burnt the house down in 1 week. Been busy. Got a cow, not from a microphone, and not from that either.
I know. So all your shows too had to be put on hold.
Shows, seminars, events.
Yeah, we don't have anything until 2021.
Really?
No, we're fucking. Yeah,
we're doing our own stuff, but we don't have any like fairs.
Like hypnosis shows.
Yeah, we're not going to do
fairs closed too, you guys, because I saw you.
Yep. And so we're probably going to do a total transformation. One of my 3-day live events, probably here in Vegas. We're going to schedule for maybe July or August. Yeah. Most likely August, providing that we allow this to happen. You want to come down? Because you're a speaker now. You're like a motivational speaker. You're the real deal.
Yeah, shit. I got a few things to say.
When you walk in, they forget who Mark Music is. It's like, hey, we're going to see Mark. Whoa, look at that chick. Holy cow.
That's right. I'll hook you up.
Check 1, 2, check.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm doing as many, conferences, virtual things. I'm still supporting a ton of other speakers and their programs. I just signed up with one of my coaches from leadership. I just graduated leadership, which was amazing. That was a 4-month deal, and our graduation was virtual. But they did a really, really good job. It was over a platform, Zoom, and it was amazing. The connections, because you could actually look into someone's eyes, and everybody got real vulnerable. It was a pretty big deal. I'm very proud of that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I just did that last week.
Yeah.
I like the live, as you would know, as a speaker, entertainer, and performer, dancer, bodybuilder, model. The list goes on. So I know you have another interview that's more important. And there's nothing like a live event. Nothing like energy.
Oh, I know. I'm with you on that. I really am. But, we do the best we can when what's happening. But no, I know I love people. People are worried about me because I'm so active and I support everybody. I'm at a summit, a conference, a live show, having my own whatever, like all the time, all over the world. And then I couldn't go anywhere. It was so weird. Yeah. But I did well because I did my online summit show. That one kept me out of trouble. And then I did my leadership. So I've never worked so much in my life, actually, with this lockdown.
Well, we're working a lot. Yeah. We've got all our videos on Vimeo and YouTube.
Perfect.
We did 7 terabytes of shows, and we bought another 5 terabytes on top of that. That's how many shows we uploaded.
There are over 2,000 shows.
We're at 2,300, 2,200 shows, and then we bought more because we had another
2 years.
3 years of shows.
Yeah.
So people get to see clips, and and that's just all. I mean, that's not my full career. If I had my full career, we would. Yeah, over 10,000 shows.
Well, good for you. See, I know, but I like that we stayed productive during this time. What else are you going to do? I
that bill comes in about house payment. And who's this again? Another house payment? I thought you made it last month. That's our second one.
I think if our listeners want to read a good book,
read
this book.
Beneath the Muscle.
Is Beneath the Muscle.
Beneath the Muscle.
By Lauren Powers. Miss Lauren Powers.
You want to put the book?
Get it. And
will you put the information, guys? Yolanda, will you type in the because I have a book club out and it's free to all your listeners.
Okay.
So
seriously?
Beneaththemuscle.com.
I had to pay for my book and you're giving my listeners for free?
That's right.
All 3 of them?
With the workbook and the Zoom link to join me live. Actually, I'm reading it in 10 minutes.
Beneaththemuscle.com.
Beneaththemuscle.com/book club. And they'll get the digital color copy of the book. They'll get the workbook that goes with each chapter. And then they get this access to the Zoom link to talk to me live.
And you'll go ahead and sign the virtual book.
But then if they want the book too, they can go to beneaththemuscle.com and then they can get the book that you have.
Beneath the Muscle.
You'll sign the virtual book for them?
Did I spell it right?
Okay, she didn't spell it right.
Nope, I forgot.
B.
Yeah, it needs
MUSCLE.com
B
/book club.
And she will sign it.
I was trying to talk at the same time of typing. There we go.
And Lauren will sign the. She will sign the book.
Beneath the Muscle. There we go.
The virtual book. She'll sign it for you.
And they just order the book. They pay. I do a free paperback too for your listeners if they want one like yours. And I do autograph that because I ship it out myself to anybody that would like the hard copy of that.
You going to sign the virtual one for them?
No, we should
Yeah, with my magic pen.
Well, there's a limitation if I ever.
I have a whole box of my purple magic pens, Mark, and I will sign it virtually.
We got the purple one here because you're Purple Heart. Hey, I can't wait to see you live.
I know.
I can pick up Orange County and get on that Harley and get some pictures.
Let's do it, girl. I'm ready to go. The purple eyelash. I've been putting Latisse on my eyelashes out there.
Yeah. And Sherry and Esther, they had their baby, Kai.
I know. Isn't that something?
So awesome.
Kai.
Circle running, huh?
Esther's on my show too, you guys. Esther's did her 1 hour power hour. So she's also Andrea and Esther. Shelly Hunt's on there, Dr. Harbeen. My list of speakers are amazing, so make sure you opt in, you guys.
He's whiny because you haven't invited him to your show.
Don't have Mark Music on the show. God forbid, no. Don't ask me. Nope. I have. If I have
my next one, we just need to do our own. What are you kidding? I don't need to do one with these women. You and I just have our own with you.
Girl, I'll dress up. I'll dress up.
I'll dress up. He'll dress up as a woman.
Are you doing
to be on it?
Are you doing the marketing cruise again?
Yeah, we need to go. Are you kidding? We laughed so hard last time. Andrew and I already we signed up again.
We're there, baby.
Yeah, so did we. So we'll definitely see you there. So we'll let you go now so you can get ready for your book club.
My next gig.
But thank you for sharing and spending this hour with us and laughing.
And the good thing is that we blanked out during the best parts and nobody saw the good stuff. So we get to do it again.
That's when I went topless. You missed it?
Never knew. Never knew.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't you?
I'm trying to get you more than 5 viewers.
Bring you back.
Yeah, anytime.
Well, awesome.
You entertain me. I'm the best interview ever. Talked about nothing. It was perfect.
I know.
At least for this hour.
Yeah.
Until you get to the next one. Best interview ever.
We'll definitely have you here again.
Yeah, anytime.
I'm sure we'll have more stories to share and talk about. And we'll have more of his shenanigans to laugh about.
And we should have up to 6 listeners by then. We're really ramping it up.
Well, that's why I did the topless thing. I was trying to up your
That's why we're going viral. Going up to 6.
You guys kill me. Love you guys. Right. Call me later. I'll come
in. Later.
Wait. Right. Bye, you guys. So funny. Killing me.
Well, there you have it, everyone.
One of the greatest women you'll ever have an opportunity. If you can meet her, meet her. She is approachable. She's down to earth. She's one of the greatest women you'll ever meet. Inspirational. Nothing stops her. She's encouraging. And she'll do whatever it takes to help you get out of whatever limiting belief. If somebody tells you you can't do it, she won't let that happen. So she's amazing.
Yes, she is.
And I picked her up at the beach. Picked her up.
I'm going to post that picture later so
we
you guys
should do
can
that.
see it.
So check out her
I'll
website.
post it and check out beneaththemuscle.com/book club. She does her book reading every Wednesday at 2:00. So she'll be going on shortly. So if you want to join her, go there.
Yeah, go there right now.
Download the book and join her, and
she'll autograph the virtual book for you. It's
with her magic pen.
She's amazing. She's Wonder Woman.
And like she said, if you want a copy of her book, she'll autograph it for you. She does have the paperback. That's free for you.
It's only $713.
The Muscle. Go out and get it. Enjoy it.
But you can buy it for like $713 plus tax. Free shipping. The main thing is it's free shipping. The autograph is what costs $713. That's the thing. The book is free. It's the autograph. And then you get a free ride on the motorcycle. You in Orange County, you see a girl with a Harley, purple Harley with like little eyelashes in a Harley.
Not little.
That's her.
The front of the Harley has these big, huge eyelashes in the front. You can't miss it. It's a beautiful motorcycle.
All right, hey, I've got to go water my concrete. Can't let it dry too fast, so I'm a water. And check her out, Lauren Powers, the woman from Orange County, man. We didn't even cover a third of what she accomplished and been on and all that. So.
I think we'll have to bring her back again and have her tell us more stories.
She's a storyteller. We had so much fun on the cruise, and
we should bring Andrea on here. We'll have a blast with Andrea and Lauren.
Oh, Lord help us. Lord help us. The world will end. The world will end as we know it today. The world will end as we know it. All right, we'll let you get. I want him to get on to her show coming up in a few minutes.
Beneaththemuscle.com/book club.
Yep.
Go and join her as she gets ready to
like this page, share it, and from now on, let's do watch parties. I keep forgetting to mention that.
Sim did a watch party. Thank you, Sim. He's
from Indonesia, California, which is kind of cool.
He's from Indonesia, California.
Yeah, he sold the property yesterday. Yeah, he sold the. You know what? If you want a great realtor in San Diego, all joking aside, you got to get Simeon. Sim, how do I get a hold of him? What's his phone number? It's a real easy number, isn't it?
I don't have his number.
8700 or something like that.
8700.
Just dial 8700. I don't know.
It is not 8700. Just look up Simeon Ziff.
Ziff.
I'm not sure of the website. He did share his website.
But
he is a realtor in San Diego.
He does all over. He's in LA and all as well. So his number is.
I can't give out his personal number.
The hell, I'll give it to me. I'll do it. Okay. I'll show you how to do this. You want to see how to do this? This is how we do it. Sim personal cell phone number is, ladies and gentlemen, 619. I'm going to type it in here. I'm going to show you right now. 619 861 8700.
That's all you remembered was the 8700?
Yeah, and it's Simeon, but go by Sim. For a good time.
No, it's not for a good time. It's if you need a realtor. If you need a realtor in San Diego.
Look at how handsome he is.
LA. Or LA. He does do stuff in LA too.
He's amazing.
He'll drive out to LA and show you stuff.
He's got one of the coolest smiles, man. She's 80-some years old. She's a little
She's hilarious.
She was known as the F-bomb mom. It's the funniest thing. The F-bomb mom. Funniest freaking thing. You want a good realtor? You want somebody that's got your back? When we go to San Diego, he has bailed us out and got us places at the last minute, smoking deals. This is the man you want for your realtor. He will take care of you and go above and beyond. You think he'll give me a shout out at the fair about, hey, go see Mark Music?
Oh, he might. But Kristen, the adult show last year was fun. Yeah, we won't be doing that this year. Yeah. Joseph, yes, we're supposed to. Hopefully, we'll be back next year.
We're scheduled to be back.
Yeah, we are scheduled to be back. So we're excited about that. So we will see you guys on Friday with another special guest. that I will probably be booking because he doesn't book anyone.
I'm the concrete man.
No, he's
I'm the
not.
concrete man.
He is not the concrete.
Fixing up my
We
yard.
hired people to do the concrete.
Well, how do I get these?
You don't do concrete. No.
No, I was out there.
No.
I was helped.
You were just out there because you wanted to be out there.
Yeah,
no one needed you out there. They didn't need you out there. They were doing all the work.
I did the work. Yes,
No.
I was laying the brick. Yes, I was.
You were helping.
No, not as help. I was there to help out. All that, and then I helped with patio. We had to raise the patio up. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But there's a reason,
I don't want to miss Lauren's thing.
behind that. So go listen to Lauren with her story at beneaththemuscle.com/book club and get her book for free. So we'll see you guys on Friday. Thanks for joining us. Signing off.
You didn't promote nothing like my